If you are curious about starting a YouTube channel, you probably have seen like 1,000 before you reached me. I'm glad you have reached me, don't get me wrong, but I'm just going to give you cheers and welcome to the party, pal. Because it's going to be an interesting journey for you. It's going to be a great journey for you. But I'm here to give you a little bit of a heads up or encouragement as well, what to expect. Now, I am not an expert on YouTube. There's far more better YouTubers out there that can break it down and share it better than me can ever have done. But I just want to let you know, currently my sub count is 159 and I'm working for 1,000. I've been doing YouTube since December 14th, 2023. And I do mostly reviews of movies, shows. I do sometimes opinion pieces of certain topics that's happening in the world today, and other things as well. But mostly entertainment kind of realm, I guess you say. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while because at the end of the day, I actually like to help people. That's just who I am. I like to encourage people. That's probably my heart's desire, and I can never find something that would be good for YouTube to encourage people because I have to have a topic to encourage people, right? So I would say, you know what? I can encourage people to do YouTube. If I can do it, I know this is cliche. You don't get me right to say, don't you? If I can do it, anybody can do it, and it's legit. It don't cost anything. Well, people say that, right? But it does cost. It's just a smidge. A good mic and a cell phone. If you don't have a cell phone, try to get one from your uncle, your mom, your dad, or used one that has a camera, and make sure you get like halfway decent. It's like $50, I believe, $60, and you'll be able to start. Now, what I love about YouTube is it makes you think. Let me explain. I've been watching YouTube videos probably since 2016. I was a late bloomer because I was kind of caught up in a lot of things. I never actually have an account to watch videos. I just kind of got it for just simple things. I started watching and I love it, man. That's my bread and butter. That's why I watch more than anything. I watch that more than movies. And I learned content creators and who I follow and respect, and I learned a lot from what they said over the years. And I decided, you know what? And actually, too, to be honest with you, some of these content creators that I follow, they've kind of recycled their content. They kind of repeat the same thing over and over again. So I was like, you know what? They're not talking about things that I like. They're not talking about things that I absolutely love in movies and shows. And I was thinking, you know what? By God, I am going to create a YouTube channel. So I figured out a name. And the good thing about name, find something that is easy to spell, easy to say, and it's easy for people to look up for. And I thought Popcorn Cobra had a good ring to it. So that's the reason it's named Popcorn Cobra, because one, I like popcorn, and Cobra because my high school mascot was a cobra. And I just figured I'd mix it together and it sounded good, and here we are. But anyways, let's get back to you. So if you're curious about doing this YouTube journey, just let you know, there's plenty of room for you. They don't think, oh, you see these 1 million subs and 500,000 subs for other people that you follow. It is kind of like, oh my gosh, I can never get that. And you probably could if you put your mind to it. Whatever you are interested in, put it on YouTube. Unless, it's something that's in the safety zones of what they want you to do and not allow to do. I'll get to that in a minute. But find something that you enjoy doing. For myself, I'm not good at anything. I love movies. I love to talk about what I think about it and why I didn't like it. Very low tier kind of content, but I like it. And I talk about certain movies that, like I said earlier, that other people don't talk about, and in hopes that somebody will have the same kind of opinions and build some kind of fellowship with people that has the same kind of a taste in movies that I do. I'm just a Gen X guy that was born in 1900, so hopefully other people have the same kind of perspective as I do. But if you are interested in doing it, 100% do it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You can do it. It's very nerve-wracking because you try to be perfect. Nobody's going to watch your first video. You might get 1 or 2 views, but the more you do it, the better off you do. But I'll give you a little inside trading here. With me, with this video, most of the videos you see, I don't do jump cuts. And it's probably horrible to do it, but I hit record and I start talking. I don't have a script most time. Most time about movies, I'll have it up here. I might talk about directors and stuff, but a lot of times I just turn it on and go. And by doing that, it has helped me kind of think on the spot kind of thing and try to remember things. But sometimes it's hurt me because I get off of a rant talking about something that's not even close to what the topic was. But if you do it, make sure you have a kind of a script to do it. But you don't have to have a fancy phone or fancy anything. Just mic is the most important thing. If people can't hear you, they don't want to be dialed in. And just be honest. People can feel you've been honest on the screen. Now, this is something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about, so I'm going to share this with you. Is how you talk. When I say that, I'm not talking about if you're a country boy like me or whatever. Is how you come across. Now, some people might like you cussing, hooping, and hollering. You might get views. You might get whatever. But I always think, okay, if I ever get monetized, and also if I want to be family friendly, if my niece or nephew sees this, they won't be appalled of me cussing, hooping, and hollering. You know what I'm saying? But just a simple guy that loves to talk about movies, who geeks out about Deadpool or Wolverine or in like Shyamalan or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That kind of content, because you never know. Because that's just how I am. But if you want to be true to who you are and cuss and hoop and holler, have at it, man. But try your best to think about the future. Like, let's say, for instance, that you maybe get a lot more subs. You have sponsors that wants to sponsor a video. Be sponsor ready, I guess, or proof. Have a kind of a content that people say, I like this dude. I want to support him. You know what I'm saying? Have that particular, if you want that. If you just want to do it because you want to do it, that's fine too. I've saw people who troll people on YouTube that have like 5,000, 10,000 subs, and I'm like, wow. And trolling it sells. The hate farm is a thing. And even like with movie industry, like people who do movie reviews, it's crazy. And I choose not to do that. I choose, even though I'm not, I know that would work for me temporarily, get a bump of subs maybe, but long term, I wouldn't feel right about it, because that's not who I am. I might have a little bit a moment that I absolutely get pissed off at a movie and vent. But after a movie is done, I'm gone to the next movie. You know what I'm saying? So I don't constantly talk about the same movie or same company over and over and over and over again, and talk about it in a way that people, want to view your stuff because you talk about that particular company all the time. Sorry, see, I told you I get off rants. But back to you again. And like I said, what I experienced is you learn a lot about yourself. You learn about what video hits one and one that misses. Don't try to be famous. Try to figure out who you're talking to, the type of audience that you're talking to. I don't try to ham it up like some people do on YouTube, which does help. I try to be genuine, try to be honest, and most of the time I don't get the views, and that's perfectly fine. I might get a view here, a view there, and I have to say the algorithm has been very good to me. But in the last 2-3 months, I have done more damage than the algorithm did. Let me explain. For the longest time, I decided I am not going to do any shorts on this YouTube platform. And I think I hovered over, I think it was 50, I can't remember how many subs I had at one point. And it was just stuck there. It would not grow. And I was pumping out, content. And that's just how the nature of the beast is. And I decided, I saw this cool video on Facebook Reels, and I'd done a screen recorded and uploaded to YouTube Shorts. And I got like 15,000 views on that thing. I got, I think, about 25 or 30 subs by that one short. And of course, when you realize, oh, I might start doing shorts, and that's what I did. And it really kind of, I wouldn't say it hurt my channel for a brief moment. I'm still recovering from it because I still upload shorts. I still can't. I need to walk away, but I'm still. And that's the thing about it. You have to. It's trial and error to see what you like to do and what the audience likes. Because some people like the form content. Some like the long form content. If you're here so far in 11 minutes, I like you. You like me. You like the long form content. But that's the thing is. When you're beginning, first, I'm still learning, 159, I'm still learning of what, because you have to have a balance, right? You want to do something that you enjoy. You use something that the audience enjoys as well. And that when you find that combination, it's beautiful that both parties are enjoying the journey of YouTube. But if you're making content that you absolutely do not like, but the audience likes it, that's when you come to a point that's when I get burned out. You hear this YouTube babies all over. Oh, I get burned out, or I'm retiring. And the reason these YouTubers are retiring because they make a lot of money that they can't retire. Oh, how hard it is to retire from YouTube and get burnt out. It is possible to get burnt out. Don't get me wrong. It's possible. I can see that perspective on a low tier perspective. I can see why, but you have to pace yourself. You have to say, okay, I'm going to do maybe, like for instance, I was doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for about 2 months, 3 months. I was doing movie reviews, opinion pieces, and all that. And I wasn't getting burnt out, but I was losing ideas of what I could do. And now I'm starting to get a little bit of ideas. I'm going to try this. I like this idea. Evergreen is the goal of YouTube. If you can find a topic or a subject that people can watch 5 months from now, it will be evergreen kind of content. Now, but sometimes about news, depends on the news topic. If it's about what happened on July 13th and the president stepping down, people will still watch that maybe years down the road to see people's opinion and how they felt and all that kind of stuff. That's probably really, that could be evergreen content. But like news about a celebrity eating a sandwich that he threw up or whatever, I'm just using an example that never happened. That content is very dated. Nobody's going to say Brad Pitt threw up, but nobody's going to look for that content. You know what I'm saying? It's useless. But again, just kind of gauge. Just find something that if you want to make YouTube a career. I saw a guy. It's on my save for later content. He said he's going all in on YouTube because he lost his job. And I wonder, he's probably going to have a lot of struggles. And when you're going all in and you're unemployed, it's a lot. I can see the stress of that. You hope and pray that this take off. Now, I'm thinking about really going hard in the paint of producing a lot of videos, just continually, and see if I get anything back. Do a trial and error like I did with the shorts. But really now I'm on the point of my my journey on this YouTube journey, because I want to see if I start pumping out movie reviews that's been out for a while, and I want to see if I get a bump up of anything. If the algorithm's like, oh, okay, Eric, I see you back to work. Here you go. I'm curious, and I want to see if that works, and that's my game plan. So for you, you're like, dude, I got 0 subs. All I want is some help. Like I said, there's more and more people on YouTube that probably can do a better job than me. I'm just a simple guy with very limited resources to show you. I can't show you a graph and all that kind of stuff like everybody else can. But the main thing is, it don't matter if you're 19 years old or a Gen X. You can do it. You can do it. Put your back into it. Anyways, that was kind of cheesy. But anywho, I don't think anybody's watched this long. That's okay. It's very cool. I think you should do it if you're a Gen X or a Boomer or even younger than that. But just don't do it because you want to be famous. Don't do it because you want to be an influencer. If you become that, that's okay. But do it because you want to. You're curious. And this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I want to test the waters to see if I like it. And I loved it. I still love it. Because I've done it I told my wife, I said, I'm going to try this thing and see if I like it. And I've done it about 3 months in. And I'm still liking it. Because I think that's the thing. Try and error. If you do it for 3 months and don't like it, you can delete your channel. There's a way you can delete it. And if you start liking it, continue on. And the more, I promise you, the more you do it, the better you get. And you will see, my first video was probably a dumpster fire. I've not watched it since I uploaded it. But I can see how I talk to a camera, how I interact, how I got my camera set to the way it wants, and try to be, not ham it up, but try to be more, I wouldn't say entertaining, but try to keep your interest, if that makes sense. I might say little comments here and there to kind of make you chuckle, hopefully. But if not, that's cool too. But I hope this video made sense. It was not a class or anything of, this is what you need to do with YouTube. That's basically what you're going to see on YouTube. That's cool, and they got all kinds of subs, all kinds of views. I'm just a guy on the internet with a camera. That's all I am. But the main thing is, I encourage you, do it. Don't wait. Don't, in closing, in my message here, don't have no regrets. No regrets. Do it and just see how it goes. If you don't like it, you can delete it. You can use it occasionally to upload stuff. It's a fun thing to do. It's a fun a hobby, and that hobby can turn into a job. And I love to support small YouTubers. I like the big YouTubers, 1 million subs. Like I'll follow this one. I promise you, I'm closing soon. This one particular YouTuber, he's got 1 million subs, and I kind of dipped out of his content. I still like him, support him. I like his way of doing things, but when you get about 1 million subs or more, you're kind of way big time. You get better sponsorships, you get more stuff, and I like to be kind of 1,000 subs. I don't like to be all big because you kind of lose focus of the audience. Because I come to these people's channels, you read the comments and people basically say the same thing. Of course, you have the hardcore fans, but some people say the same thing over and over again, but they don't listen because they don't care. I don't think you can't read the comments all the time because it's a lot of people. But sometimes you have to listen to the audience and see what they say. Because if I upload about a certain topic and nobody likes it, and they tell me in the comments, then I might have to take a step back and say, you know what, maybe I'm doing it a different way. Maybe I need to deliver it better. But don't get lost in the sauce with comments, because it's a double-edged sword. Because you have most people when you start, they're polite, they're nice, and some people will say, you have no opinion on this, you have to take the good with the bad. But I think at first, read the comments to see what type of audience you're getting and what type of opinions they have, and learn from them. But don't let it get to your head, okay? Because some people let it get to their head and they spiral around, so don't do that. I believe in you. I know that you can do it. Just don't get scared. Don't be scared. Just do it. Just what Nike says all the time. Just do it, okay? But other than that, I think I'm done with this self-help video. If it makes sense, hopefully it did. If not, I apologize. But other than that, I greatly appreciate each one of you who have lasted this long in this video and are still subbed to my channel. I thank you so much for watching my videos and subbing my channel. It means more than you can ever imagine. I greatly appreciate that. And again, try your best to stay out of trouble. I know how you are. You all have a good rest of the day.